everybody, welcome to Remrov's World of Autism. I am Remrov and this is Echo, and in this video we're going to talk more about autism and issues with our digestive system. Many autistic people have a lot of troubles with their digestive system. I have been struggling with digestive issues my whole life. When I was very little, I always had a lot of stomach acid reflux, and when I was lying in bed at night, I felt this extreme burning inside of my chest right here, and it made me very afraid because I didn't know what it was, and I was also afraid to ask, and I couldn't really ask because I couldn't really express in words what I was feeling. But it made me very, very afraid, of course, such burning in my chest. Later, when I was a bit older, it was still going on, and I was able to ask my doctor about it, and he gave me medications every day to neutralize the acid, to prevent it from going up. Nowadays I have stomach acid reflux a lot less often because I avoid certain foods and I avoid eating too fast and things that I know that it will cause stomach acid reflux. I also have my whole life I've had issues with like food automatically coming upwards again after eating. It's automatically very weird. When I burp, for example, I suddenly find myself with a mouthful of stomach contents, really gross. And once I ruined a drawing with it. I was working on a drawing, and I had a break, and I took a break and I drank some tea, and I ate a few cookies, and then I started drawing again. And then while I was drawing, I burped, and suddenly a whole splash of tea and cookies were spewed all over my drawing. So pity of the drawing, because I've been working on it for many hours and I could throw it away. Besides stomach acid reflux, I've also been struggling a lot with like constipation and diarrhea, like many other autistic people. When I was little, it was everything was always okay. Until we went on vacation, for example, or if I had a change in my diet, if we're visiting people and eating something else, or when I changed my activities, like during a vacation, for example. And this really literally ruined a lot of my vacations, because it's really not fun when you're on a camping site and you constantly have to run fast to the toilet to be on time. That's just really not cool. The last few years I've been having the same issues, but more in periods. I can be fine for months, and then suddenly for a few weeks in a row I have to like run to the toilet after, especially after eating, right after eating. Then I suddenly feel my belly rumbling, and I hear it rumbling, and I get huge cramps, and then I really have to run to be on time. And this is of course bad enough already when it happens at home, but when you're visiting other people, when you're somewhere else, then it can be extremely embarrassing as well. Constipation is the opposite actually of diarrhea, and it's also very common in autistic people. Very uncomfortable, it causes a lot of belly ache and pain, and of course it's not healthy either if you can't go to the toilet when you have to. So why is it so common in autistic people? I've been doing quite some research about that online, and I couldn't find all that much about it, not a really scientific reason. I think it's just mostly has to do with stress. We're just in more stress and anxiety. or issues with sleeping also. If you don't get enough sleep, then your body tends to react to that as well. And your well-being overall, of course, affects your physical health as well. So I think it's just combined with that. It can also be a sensitivity for food, for certain ingredients in food, of course. So I think those are the causes. What can you do about it? Yeah, I'm also still busy to finding out what to completely prevent it. A good thing to do is make a diary. Every day you fill out in details exactly what you eat and drink, and maybe you can find a pattern that way. It's also good to make an appointment with your doctor and to show him your diary. If you didn't make a diary yet, he will probably ask you to do that anyway, so it's good to just sew up with one already. Because even if you can't find patterns, if you can't find a certain pattern, like, oh, every time when I eat ice cream then I get diarrhea, then it's quite obvious. But it might also be like really tiny small ingredients that's in a lot of different kinds of food, and maybe you can't find out what it is yourself. So then going to a doctor or a specialist is a good idea. What also helps me, I notice, is to eat slowly. Don't eat too fast. Don't gulp it down. I tend to do this, especially when we're eating something I really love, and I tend to eat really fast. Well, then I'm practically asking for it. You can also eat smaller amounts and then more times a day instead of eating 3 big meals. That also helps me. Then your body has just more time to process it. And then another advice is to work on your well-being. Less stress is of course always good. More rest and relaxation, and also more sleep. That's is also a good idea. Lately I've been getting about 4 or 5 hours of sleep every night, and then I noticed that, yeah, my digestive system is not working all that great either anymore. So yeah, that's good to keep that in mind as well. So this was it. Echo's hopping around having a lot of fun. This was it. I hope you found it useful. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us the thumbs up. And Echo and I hope to see you with our next videos again. Bye!